How are you guys doing? All right. So first off, let's talk about how this camera's a little high. Let's talk about that first. All right. Let's not talk about it. Let's just fix it. Okay. All right. So, guys, what the heck? Like, Microsoft buys Bethesda? Like, seriously? Like, I have no clue of the implications of even that. So I'm not gonna sit here and try to speculate. I definitely, just from getting back into the scene and catching up on news lately, like, Microsoft's definitely taking a completely different approach than Sony. It's like they got in the market with the first Xbox. It's like they were like, hey, let's try to beat Sony and Nintendo. Nintendo basically gave up and said, let's just become like a casual gaming company. Let's become like a super cell phone, basically, as far as gaming goes. Which, hey, that's cool. I'm sure they're still probably making tons of money on that. And then Sony and Xbox are like duking it out, and like Sony's like just destroying. Like, if you look at the numbers of like PS4 versus the competing Xbox, the Xbox One S and whatnot, they're not even close. Like, PlayStation just sold so many more, right? So it's interesting that Xbox is almost like, hey, if you can't beat them, change the rules of the game. And so, with Xbox and their whole like play anywhere, PC or Xbox, Game Pass, all that kind of stuff, it's pretty interesting. So it's like, hey, I don't know. It's like, let's just totally change this up. So that is interesting. Versus, I saw someone knocking Sony because they're like trying to become like a media company. It's like, what's wrong with that? Like, what's wrong with them, focusing on their in-house? Now, what could be wrong is, people just are tired of it and they go over to Xbox and the Game Pass. But I don't know, like, is that a bad thing? Like, for PlayStation to be like, hey, we don't care as much about cross-platform. Like, we do care about the ecosystem of the PlayStation. We do care about like our in-house and our PlayStation exclusives and making those as best as they can be. And we want to become like a entertainment company, like, is that a bad thing? Like, I don't see that as being a bad thing. It's just going to make it hard because it's like how Nintendo kind of became a separate thing, where it's like it used to be Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo, and you would be comparing like the next gen consoles. No one talks about Nintendo in the next gen wars, right? It's just Xbox and PlayStation. So maybe it becomes a fragmented market where it's like, oh, Nintendo's off over here doing their thing. Xbox is like the Netflix of Microsoft's doing like the Netflix of gaming type thing, and then Sony is like, it's more of like a true classic like video game company, right? And they're producing stuff like, who knows? I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with that. Like, it would be interesting, and then it would give me more reason to own both systems. So instead of it being like, do I buy an Xbox or do I buy a PlayStation? Well, I want this one, but then the other one has like a couple of exclusives, but then there'd be way more like, not crossover overlap, the opposite. Way more like, oh, I have an Xbox because I use it like this kind of stuff, and then I have a PlayStation because I use it for this kind of stuff and these kind of, I don't know, that could be cool. Like, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? That's what I want to know. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment, share this video, and leave so like, share it with whatever you can. If it's, just Instagram or something, take a screenshot, share it, tag up Geek Church, and then basically say, give your take on it, what you think. All right, with that, guys, let's jump over to our soap of the day. I haven't done this at all, so I didn't even know what time it was. I looked down and I was like, oh, it's like 9:14 or 9:16, whatever it was. So let's jump into this. This is Psalms. Let's jump over to Proverbs. I had to look up the date, 23. I haven't read through this yet. That's why it was Proverbs 23 ? In the title of the video. I'm in 22. Sorry, I didn't do a video yesterday. It was a whirlwind and I never got to it. We have a live show, Mornings with Mike and Susie, that we do, and it just, normally I come in and do this first. I start setting up for that, then do this, and then go back to, my day was crazy. So, here we go. I have to actually find a verse. I normally do that not on screen. Well, I guess we're just going to start reading. You guys ready? Get a little extra scripture today. All right, wisdom will protect you. Verse 23. When you've been invited to... You know what? We're going to do this differently. How long is this? How long is this. It's a little more than I want to read live, but I'm just going to read this. I'm not going to do a SOAP. I'm going to read the chapter, and then I'm going to tell you guys to go out and do it. Same thing like with before, like tag it up, do your thing, put your own little SOAP in there. I want to see what you guys come up with. So here you go. Wisdom will protect you. When you've been invited to dine with a very important leader, consider your manners and keep in mind who you're with. Good advice. Be careful to curb your appetite and catch yourself before you fall to the trap of wanting all that you see. Don't crave their delicacies, for they may have another motive in having you sit at their table. Don't compare yourself to the rich. Surrender your selfish ambitions and evaluate them properly. For no sooner do you start counting your wealth than it sprouts wings and flies away like an eagle in the sky. Here today, gone tomorrow. Once again, this is the Passion Translation that Jonathan got for me. So thanks, buddy. Verse 6. Be sensible when you dine with a stingy man, and don't eat more than you should. For as he thinks within himself, so is he. He will grudgingly say, go ahead, eat all you want. But in his heart, he resents the fact that he has to pay for your meal. You'll be sorry you ate anything at all, and all your compliments will be wasted. A rebellious fool will despise your wise advice, so don't even waste your time. Save your breath. Never move a long-standing boundary line. Interesting. Or attempt to take land that belongs to the fatherless, for they have a mighty protector, a loving redeemer who watches over them, and he will stand up for their cause. That's God, by the way. Verse 12, pay close attention to the teaching that corrects you, and open your heart to every word of instruction. Your life is going to be so much better if you just take that one thing. That's the one I'd pick if I was doing it today, I think. 13, don't withhold appropriate discipline from your child. Go ahead and punish them when they need it. Don't worry, it won't kill them. That'd be interesting for you guys to see you take that one. Don't worry, it won't kill them. That's the best part. Or kill him. 14, a good spanking could be the very thing that teaches him a lifelong lesson. One of you, please, do the spanking verse. My beloved child, when your heart is full of wisdom, my heart is full of gladness. And when you speak anointed words, we are speaking mouth to mouth. It's a little weird way to say that, but like in person, I guess. Don't allow the actions of evil men to cause you to burn with anger. Instead, burn with unrelenting passion, like the Passion Translation. Okay, I gotta reread that. Burn with unrelenting passion as you worship God in holy awe. Don't get caught up in all like the movement of the day, the flavor of the day. Like burn with passion for God and what's right. Don't jump on social justice because that's what's popular. Be about social justice because the Bible talks about how to treat people, right? And then, just be passionate about God. We are, nope, not mouth to mouth again. Your future is bright and filled with a living hope that will never fade away. As you listen to me, my beloved child, you will grow in wisdom, and your heart will be drawn into understanding. I don't know why I started reading like that. Which will empower you to make right decisions. Don't live in the excess of drunkenness or gluttony, or waste your life by partying all the time. Because drunkards and gluttons sleep their lives away and end up broke. Give respect to your father and mother, for without them, you wouldn't even be here. That's just basic facts. And don't neglect them when they grow old. Embrace the truth and hold it close. Don't let go of wisdom, instruction, and life-giving understanding. When a father observes his child living in godliness, he is ecstatic with joy, and nothing makes him prouder. Verse 25. So may your father's heart burst with joy, and your mother's soul be filled with gladness because of you. My son, give me your heart. Turn the page. And embrace fully what I'm about to tell you. Stay far away from prostitutes, and you'll stay far away from their pit of destruction. For sleeping with a promiscuous woman is like falling into a trap that you'll never be able to escape. Like a robber hiding in the shadows, she's waiting to claim another victim, another husband unfaithful to his wife. 29. Who has anguish? Who has bitter sorrow? Who constantly complains and argues? Who stumbles and falls and hurts himself? who's the one with bloodshot eyes? It's the one who drinks too much and is always looking for a brew. You ever thought you read the word brew in the Bible, right? Make sure it's never you. And don't be drunk with wine, but be known as one who enjoys the company of the lovers of God. For drunkenness brings the sting of a serpent, like the fangs of a viper spreading poison into your soul. It will make you hallucinate, mumble, and speak words that are perverse. We're almost done, guys. Verse 34. You'll be a seasick sailor. Say that 10 times fast. You'll be a seasick sailor being tossed to and fro, dizzy and out of your mind. You'll awake only to say, "What hit me?" I feel like I've seen movies like that. I feel like I've been run over by a truck, yet off you go looking for another drink. All right, guys, so the challenge is to share this video, screenshot it, share it if you can, whatever, and do your SOAP. Write your SOAP out in it, in the comments of the thing. So, all right, guys, be blessed. I'll see you I don't know. I'll see you next time I see you. Have a good day.